If I go to sleep right now and I do my sleep research in the morning, what would my drowsy power be? If I sleep 100%, it should be this number times 100, right? Wrong. So today we're going to talk about what's wrong with the drowsy power calculation in this game and why phone tracking is actually better than using the PokeGo++. This thing here. Now don't get me wrong, this thing here has helped me many times. It's very convenient to use, but there is a problem. And this has been noticed many times before by other players, but it's the first time that I've actually dedicated days of my sleep to researching what's wrong with this. And I'm going to show you some proof of the problem, but let's talk about what the problem is first. As it turns out, if you're tracking with the PokeGo++, the strength that the game uses to calculate your drowsy power in the morning, so that is this number here, doesn't seem to match the strength that you went to sleep at. In fact, it's so far off, we're talking about 50 to 60 minutes before you actually went to sleep. So in other words, anything that you collect just before you go to sleep never actually counted to your drowsy power. And I'm going to prove this to you. So have a look here. This is Tuesday's sleep, and my Snorlax strength that was used, 203,298. So just remember that number for a moment. Now it actually matched this number here, but this is 30 minutes prior to my actual sleep. So you can see that the time I registered this number is 11:29. Then what happened after that was I picked up some berries and some ingredients, and my strength increased to 205,000. Then 30 minutes later, so not 11:30 anymore, so on this day I went to sleep at 11:56, like almost 30 minutes later. But the strength that was used to calculate the drowsy power was not the one where I had collected berries for, so not 205,000. In fact, when we did this research multiple times, we found that quite often it's over 50 minutes before the time that I had actually gone to sleep. Now this problem seems to only affect the PokeGo++, and it may have something to do with the fact that it is a separate device that's tracking sleep. And only when you synchronize in the morning does the ++ tell your game to pick your Snorlax strength at a certain time. That corresponds to the time that you're supposed to have started sleep tracking. But if the internal clock of this is wrong, which by the way happens a lot with people who have daylight saving issues, because they've noticed that the alarm clock is either 1 hour too early or 1 hour too late, so as a result, due to this internal clock issue, the game may be told to use the wrong time to sync. So the next time you go to sleep, I urge you to take a screenshot of your game before you start your sleep session, and then check in the morning whether the strength, the Snorlax strength, actually matches. And if it does, that's great, continue on playing your game as normal. But if it doesn't, here's a tip for you. While I don't have a definite fix for this, I have two potential fixes that sometimes seems to work. And the first method was first described by Reichi from my Discord, who also had this problem of desyncing. Now Reichi's method involves pretending to go to sleep with your phone first, so going to other and then track sleep with smart device. So starting a fake session. As long as it's within 90 minutes, this won't actually get registered as a sleep session, so it won't ruin your sleep data or anything like that. So I immediately press end sleep session. And what Rach has found is that by doing that, then starting your ++ tracking seems to force the sync of Snorlax's strength with the server, so that when you actually do your sleep research in the morning, so for example, 608,000 here, when Reichi went to sleep, when Reichi woke up, it used a number that is very close to the number that they started the sleep session with. Now, I know that this number is actually a little bit higher, and we still don't know why that is, but at least it's not much lower. It's not 1 hour before. Now, I have to say that for myself, it didn't seem to work, and it may be because Reichi doesn't have daylight savings in their region, whereas I do. So the research on this is still ongoing, but for those of you who don't have daylight saving issues, but do have desyncing issues, this method might help. So before you start your tracking, every time, do a quick fake sleep session first within 90 minutes. And the second method, which is more guaranteed, is simply to go to track sleep with smart device. So this here. And just use your smart device to track sleep instead. This is particularly important for people who have gone up a tier within the last hour before they went to sleep. So if you want to see those extra spawns, the new styles in the morning, this is what you got to do. Now, I don't have a lot of people helping with this research, so if you're one of the people with this problem, come over to our Discord. I'll leave a link in the description below, and you can help us test as well. And the best way to test is about 70 minutes before you go to sleep normally. Log into your game, take a screenshot with a timestamp like this so that you can see the time at the top there. Then collect some berries, and then every 5 to 10 minutes go back into the game, do the same thing, collect some berries, take a screenshot, collect some berries, take some screenshots, all the way until you go to sleep. Then in the morning, take a screenshot of the drowsy power calculation to see at which timestamp that drowsy power strength matches up with. And let me know. If you have any other way to help avoid this problem, let me know in the comments section below. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.